All right, welcome back, everybody. This is AK Dad Stuff, or Mike. Today, we're going to go on a tour of our Kubota dealer. It's the northernmost Kubota dealer in the world. Equipment Source Incorporated. And they've agreed to give me a tour, and I don't know what all they're going to let me do. Maybe they'll put me on some equipment and stuff like that. But they also sell a bunch of other equipment besides Kubota. And we'll get into that once we get in here. We're supposed to go in here and meet up with Eric, and we'll see what he says. All right.
I'm out there by you. I'm just directly across the road on Pipeline Access Road there.
Oh, yeah, I think you told me that once before. So get it.
You've been back there for about 4 years now. Another one actually might be good. We got a whole bunch of brand new ones lined up over here too, guys.
All right.
But we're just starting to get our summer's worth of implements in, kind of the late stage worth, because we could only get so much at the time. But being in the 90th percentile,
right,
you go through so much orange, it's hard to keep it on the shelf.
Yeah, I'll bet.
So,
Makes sense.
every year we pretty much double the order, especially in our zero-turn mowers.
All right.
And every year we sell out and have to order some more in special order. So, I mean, they go out like crazy.
All right.
So over here, yeah, we've got a bunch of them built that we built. Well, we assemble them. Most of them come like the cab units come with the cab already on them. We install the loader arms and buckets. If they've got backhoes like the little BXs, those ones actually come fully assembled already.
Oh, cool.
On the little BX23s. All the rest of them we have to add backhoe attachments on them. We add the 3-point attachment on the back. They come with no wheels on them. You get all those married up.
Now, do you guys offer aftermarket cabs for some of these tractors?
We can get you aftermarket
Like the
cabs.
Curtis
We go through Curtis. Yes, sir.
All
Yep. They're not as nice.
Right.
And in the end, you're going to spend more for that aftermarket cab.
Right.
Problem is they have a lot more blind spots on the aftermarket.
Right.
I mean, these Kubota cabs they're darn near zero blind spots on them whatsoever.
Oh, it's almost all glass, it looks like.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And so sitting in them is really, really nice. You can turn around anywhere, and you never have anywhere you can't see.
Right.
Just a slight move of the head, and wherever's was blind is not anymore.
So, how many Kubota tractors do you sell in a year, do you think?
Oh my goodness! I want to say we did over 300 last year.
Woo!
That's almost.
I mean,
That's
and that would
crazy.
include
Tractor a day,
between
yeah.
tractors and lawnmowers,
Right,
and
right.
And our construction line as well.
Right.
But that doesn't include any of the heaters. You know, anything out here that is yellow has a Kubota motor in it. And
So those heaters that you make, you have Kubota motors in them?
yes, yep,
Can we look at those?
yeah. Let's go on.
Let's go over there.
Check it out. So where we started off is in our indirect style with our ES700s, which put out roughly 700,000 BTUs. We put thermostats and everything on them so they can be run into a building and temperature controlled from the inside. We put recirculation on them too, so if you're heating a building, instead of pulling 40-degree air and trying to heat it in a space and get it in, you're pulling air that's already pre-warmed from inside. It's kind of like pressing recirculate on your vehicle. It warms up quicker. So we've got the ES500s, we've got the 1000s, we've got the ES700s, and this ES700 is actually one of our new bad boys. This is this unit here is actually a flameless heater.
Oh, man.
So there's no flame that goes on inside of it. It's all done by contact plates and a built-in heater system. We designed these for down on the oil slopes and up in Prudhoe, and it just helps. They've got sniffers and stuff built in, so
Right.
if they sense any gases, they'll shut themselves off
Nice.
automatically.
So these are things that you guys have designed and developed and then build right here.
We
huh?
have, yeah, and we build every single piece in the building right back here. We'll get in there in a little bit. From these ones are all locked. Let's take you over to some of my rental ones that I know are all unlocked. And then we started doing a lot of modifications. We've got, like on the front of that ES500, you see there that red pole, so you can just slide your heater ducts around there, yank them around the site, or get them to and from the site. We've done a lot of special projects. We've got our Shindaiwa line of generators, which are real reliable. All these ones here have Kubotas in them, and then the rest of them have an Isuzu motor in them.
All right.
We build, that's my portable fuel tank. So what I could do is I could put like 6 of these generators in one spot, and run them all plugged in, running off of that tank there. So they're all drawing off one tank, so the fuel guy only has to fill one tank.
Wow. All right.
We build trailer generators as well. This one here is a 36K, 3-phase. We can wire them single or 3-phase. That's one of the reasons why we went with Shindiwa line. The Shindiwa line all is a simul-phase. So it'll produce single-phase and 3-phase power at the same time. And so guys on the job site, it works really good. You know, you've got a job site and they need both single and third phase, and 2 generators versus 1 is kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah.
So this is our 500,000 BTU heater. We run them with a Flagro heater on the inside. And like I said, our thermostat cord, you can pull it out, run it into your building, control it. So you're saving on fuel economy by this thing kicking on and off.
Right.
And you're not making your guys swelteringly hot inside there all day long and then shutting it off till people are cold and then turning it back on. And that way it's pretty much just like turning the thermostat up in your house. Like I said, everything you see here, we build and design and have patents on everything. We have many people that have attempted, and only one company we've had to sue so far.
Dang. That's pretty good odds.
So he comes out this side, air intake is on that side. We build them with a couple different kinds of lights. These ones here, these are tip up. These ones are a lot nicer. These are crank up. They go up 19 foot. They're fully adjustable. They're LED. We make those too, so if they're not running the heater 24/7, we make it so you can unplug this and plug it into shore power, so you've still got light on site.
So the light runs off the heater.
The light can run off the generator. On all of these, you can get about 2K out the side. Let's see, on the other out your receptacle here, you can get about well, that's the end. Over here, you can pull about 2K at 110 single phase.
All right.
On top of everything else running. So I mean, you get it on site. You know, they're wanting to plug in their equipment. They need some heat and they need some light. So you get them all three in one piece of equipment, and it's kind of a no-brainer to them.
Right.
You've got one piece of service, one piece to fuel, and one piece to haul.
Right.
So it just, you know,
Which motor do they put in there? Which Kubota motor is that?
See,
Do we know?
the I don't remember off the top of my head. And they got them really tucked in. That one would be the
Is it just a 3-cylinder? Is that what it is?
yeah, they're all the
All
3
right.
cylinders.
All
I
right.
want to say that's the V models with the 3 cylinders.
All right.
It's either the V or the D.
All right. That's
All
impressive, all those things that you make, man.
And then what we're really proud of, which is our new, absolute new band boy baby that we've had since the first winter I was here was the first time we broke these things loose. These are our hydronic heaters. So they pump a hot glycol through a line just here. We've got all of our reel systems and hose beds. It's all quick to disconnect. So you come back here, you plug this one in on one side, and you start reeling it out until you find another end. Hook it up to your supply, or you can hook them together and run a longer leg. But what I tell everybody is the shorter the leg, the more heat you're going to have constantly going through it.
So do they just lay that on the ground?
Lay it on the ground, cover it with concrete blankets.
Huh.
It pumps about 210 degrees through it at about max. So I mean,
That's so you don't have to wait till spring.
exactly. We had a bunch of them down in Clear for that LRDR project.
Right.
They were able to get 24 inches every 24 hours.
Dang.
So, you know, they really do speed up the process. You know, and really your frost line's only 4 foot, usually
Right.
about max. So once you're through 4 foot, you're digging no matter what.
Right.
So they were pouring a lot of the concrete and the foundation and footings and everything for that last year.
Very cool.
So again, this is one of our babies. You know, there's a lot of other companies out there that make them as well. Ours, we built it to, of course, after looking at the competition, we built it to greatly exceed. That's not good. Who did that? Chase. Probably my yard guy.
Well, that's not something that a lot of the people in the lower 48 have to deal with. Is
Yep.
that frozen ground so deep?
They don't, you know, but a lot of the companies down there are the ones making them, and so they you know, they would work down in their climate, but they come up here where you've actually got frozen ground.
Right.
And then it's not so much their heater systems; they don't stay as hot as ours. We've built ours to contain the heat, because not only are you pulling heat from that burner, you're also pulling heat off the heat exchanger. That this line goes to the heat exchanger here, and so all of your coolant and heat, you're robbing all your heat off your motor as well to heat that glycol as well. So you're using every last bit of heat that this thing's going to make to pump that glycol out the back of this hot as it'll go.
That's so clever.
And then on this design, and on all of our big heaters, we have what's called our long run tank. So normally your engine's got about a 200 to 300 hour service interval. This thing kicks it up to, I want to say it's 3,000 hours.
Really?
So basically we take the oil pan off and we put this on in place of the old oil pan and just increase the size. We block off the standard oil filter where the oil filter would be. We block that off. We run it over here to an auxiliary. So we double the filtration capacity to handle that much oil. And so then the guys on the side are only having to service it maybe once a job.
Right.
I mean, if you're putting 3,000 hours on one, you're having one hell of a thought deal.
So are the people that rent these, are they responsible for the service?
They
on it?
are responsible for all the services on it. We're responsible for equipment malfunction, equipment failure, but as far as the servicing intervals go, that's something they take care of.
Right.
They can call us and have us come do it, and they can also bring it down to us and have it done.
Right.
But usually, like in Clear, they've got a guy on site. Eielson, they've got a guy on site that goes around and does nothing but lube and filter changes and fill in full of fluids, and that's his daily grind. And then if they don't, like when Clear changed hands, it's still unit ASRC. Last year, not this past winter, but the winter before that, it was unit that was taking care of getting the equipment on site, making sure it was maintained, fueling it, all that jazz. Well, this year ASRC said, "Oh, don't worry about it." Well, they didn't service it. And so they've got two about $7,000 bills because we bill them for what it would take for us to drive to and from at our wintertime rate to service these things for the 4 missed intervals. And the problem being is they take a generator and they put 2,500 hours on it. No services, and they get it at 1.3 hours. It's doing engine damage. So we've got to recoup that somehow.
Right.
And so, it's in their terms and conditions that they've signed initials that they're going to take care of it. And we try and call the customers and just, hey, it's been a month, check your stuff. This is your service interval on the piece you got. And a lot of them say, okay, yeah. And then a lot of times it comes back with those same people that said, okay, yeah, didn't do it. Okay, no. And so we bill them. And it just, you have to, because otherwise they're running your machines into the ground. And by the time it's time to buy new ones, you're like, oh, I've only made $20,000 on a $70,000 piece of equipment, and that doesn't work for me.
So is that what the price range for one of these things is?
These are about 120,000.
All right.
They will weigh 12,000 pounds, and at least behind a dually truck, a 1-ton dually, they pull really nice.
All right. Yeah.
I actually hauled one back from Clear and got real frustrated behind one of those military convoys at doing 30, and I was like, guys, I can't do this whole lugging this thing at 30 miles an hour up a hill. It's just gonna wreck this transmission. I mean, that's a lot of weight.
Right.
And so, I mean, I gotta be up and moving, so I'm not pulling the hill. I'm using most of the momentum to get me up the hill, So here I come around at about 70, and they're just kind of like, this is giant. I mean, it's pretty big to haul behind just your standard truck.
Yeah.
But yeah, they haul like a dream.